Now, Sunline has been well tried. Ugachaka on screen.
Ugachaka, she won a last start very impressively in the Queen of the Turf. It was only against fillies, so this is a rise in class. But 3-year-old fillies have had a good record in this race. She will get back from the 12 barrier, and you can expect to see Kieran McAvoy weaving through the field at some stage.
Last 3-year-old filly to win it?
Oh, I can't remember.
Sunline.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, he was 3. I think I'm right in saying that.
Yeah, I think you probably are.
99. $12, $3.50.
Well done. She's a superstar, Sunline, isn't she? And everyone around Sunline becomes a star in the reflected light.
Yeah, it attracts all the... a lot of autograph signing is Claire Bird, the strapper.
Yes.
She's become so famous
Of
too.
course. I mean, she's looked after the greatest mare in history.
Here's some pictures earlier out
There
in the
she
stable.
is. Claire, she's signing autographs, signing people's race books.
Yeah.
That's all about that mare, Sunline.
Certainly is. And they're going onto the track. And she's been well tried. She's getting out a little bit on betting on course, and she's come in late. Big round of applause for her. Oh, listen to this.
They cheer out onto the track as well as on the way home.
Okay. Let's start cheering Wayne Harris for his late mail.
Thanks, Graham. She's a great mare, the Wonder Mare Sunline, and she's talk around the track to think that she can win. She did win the race 3 years ago. She only carried 52 on that occasion, but gee, she's taken the world before her since that day, and she's got a share weight, I guess, here today. A lot of controversy saying they've let her in light. I've gone for one down the weight, so I just thought number 11, Defire. His win at Rosehill the other day was a beauty, and he's got no weight in his back here, 51.5 kilos. Chrissy Muntz knows what it takes to win these big races. Bit of an awkward draw, but he's winning the Royal Palmer. Had to be seen to believe. He hits the line hard, and he's fitted for the 2 runs back from a break now, so I think he's going to take a lot of beating here. Throwing Sunline in as my second choice. She never ceases to amaze this mare. Every time I see her, she just looks better and better, and she's going to run a really bold race here. Shogun Lodge, I think you just got to look at the top of the weights here. They are the class horses. He's over the odds, I thought. He's 2 runs back this time in, have been very, very good. He's had 2 nice placings, and I think he's been crying out for the step up to 1,600 metres here on his home track. Definite chance in the race. Been a bit of money for number 4, Old Comrade. His run the other day was very, very good at Rosehill, under a big weight, drops down the weight a bit here, and he was a good winner of the Australian Cup 2 starts ago, beating Northerly, so he's got the class there. Another one with a very awkward draw. And of the roughies, I thought number 17, Gordo. It's a very good race for 3-year-olds over the years, and he paraded quite well, and he's a bit of value too. But for me, I've got an 11 on top to be 1, 2 and 4.
Righto, Wayne, thanks. Thank you very much. Yep, and they're heading around to the barrier stalls for the San Miguel Doncaster Handicap.
I've just been going through the field. There are so many horses in this field that have got a chance. It doesn't matter what you've backed, with a few exceptions. They're going to be there with a chance. It just depends on how the race is run, who takes on Sunline for the lead, or who in fact leads the race, because maybe she doesn't. And it'll be a very, very interesting affair. Always is, the Doncaster. Always is, every year.
The trainer of El Mirada is with John Tapp.
Thank you, Graham. Yes, Robert Rosengreen joins me now. He had his first Group 1 runner in the Coolmore Classic the other day with Popette. This is his second. Robert, win, lose or draw, it's an immense thrill for a freshman trainer.
Yeah, well, it is.
Now, he's been a marvellous old horse. He won the All-Age Stakes about a year ago. Then he went to John Hawkes, but he didn't start.
No, he didn't have a run for John Hawkes, and he went to the paddock, and I've had the horse for this campaign.
Right. Do they take a while to get him up when they're getting a bit longer in the tooth?
We did this time him, only because he did have such a long break, but that was the only reason. He comes down pretty quickly.
His form's lovely, Robert. He ran just behind the place getters in the George Rider. That was a super run, and he ran second in the Apollo 3 starts back to Ha-Ha.
Yeah. He's been super consistent. He's finished just behind some very nice horses that weight for age, and 53 kilos today. A nice ride from Yorkie. He's going to be right in the race.
Drawn out in Wannsee Road. Yeah. That's a big problem.
Yeah. Well, that's all up to Brian York now.
Where will he be in the run? Midfield?
Midfield, he's probably going to be wide. He's probably going to be back a bit worse than midfield. Hopefully get in with a little bit of cover.
Right. He loves Randwick and he loves the mile.
He's a very good horse at Randwick. Very good.
Well, you look remarkably calm.
Yeah, well, I'm fairly calm.
And you'll be watching the action on the big infield screen where you'll see the jockeys changing their minds.
Yeah, that's it. It's a beautiful screen. It's nice atmosphere at Randwick here today. It's great.
Well, Robert, I'm sure there's a Group 1 in the offing for you somewhere. Whether it's this one today or not is problematical, but your turn will certainly come. Keep up the good work.
Thanks very much, John.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Robert Rosengreen. He was a foreman for John Size, and when John Size took up that Hong Kong contract, Robert, along with young Joseph Pride, decided to go their separate ways, Graham, and they are both very promising young trainers.
Yeah, John, they certainly are. You're spot on there. Now,
having the public come for Sunline on the tape,
Yeah,
$2.70 from $3.20 in a big race like this, that takes some money. And Shogun Lodge, they thought he was too good a value at $12, and he's into $8.10.
yeah, very well tried in the ring too, Sunline, late. We'll get the latest from me and Craig shortly. Ha Ha's been well tried, and so too has Old Comrade. But as you say, you know, with the exception of about 3 or 4, you know, really, it's a lottery.
Oh, it is a lottery. There's a huge crowd in here today, Graham.
Yep.
But despite the rough weather, and it's fined up beautifully in the afternoon now,
Yeah.
the sun's come out for the big race, but it's a great crowd in there, having a great time.
Yeah, and Make Me a Miracle, the emergency's got to run. Rod Quinn aboard, is carrying 1.5 over the 50 kilos. A lot of Germany's given permission to do so.
That's unusual that they gave you permission to carry that much over the 50 kilos, but there are so few jockeys who can ride 50 kilos. I guess John Hawkes didn't really have much choice.
All right, well, let's get the latest on the Doncaster, the third of the Group 1 races today, as we take you to Ian Craig.
But in the ring, Sunline, right, thank you, as our home audience joins us. Thanks, Graham. Sunline, the medium, of very heavy support here, and she runs the firm favourite. In the ring, the second pick to her would be probably jointly Defier and Ha Ha. So, over at the 1600 metres, and they're starting to load well. The previous, the Galaxy, won brilliantly by Mystigic, ridden by Glenn Boss, beat 4 Century Kid, 5 Accelerator and 3 Bradshaw. Other winners, Don Eduardo took out the Derby, Pillaging the 4th, Henderson Bay the 3rd, Fair Embrace the 2nd, and Republic Lass won the 1st. Now, coming up to line is Ebony Knight, Hosanna walking in. Huge Demand is the next forward. Shogun Lodge, a little sweat wiped from his neck by Glenn Boss, who won the previous on Mystigic. Up goes Uga Chaka. Gordo comes in. So we've got about 8 horses to move in here for the Doncaster Handicap, and very big support for Sunline. She's a clear favourite, not only on the tote but here in the ring. Shot of Thunder going forward. Waiting for Hey Pronto, a Mission, Old Comrade, Weasel Will is out with El Marada, Crawl, and Sunline still away. Right on her toes as she went onto the track. She's always keen to get on with the business. Weasel Will goes into line. Here's the great mare Sunline coming in. Club's colours worn by the rider on Old Comrade this afternoon. Crawl about to walk up into his position. He's there, and El Marada will be the last. El Marada being wheeled into the right direction, and here he comes now. El Marada is there, and we're set for a start in the San Miguel Doncaster Handicap for the year 2002. Ready, racing in the Doncaster, a beautiful start, and the mighty mare Sunline straight to the lead from Huge Demand. Gordo is right there with Ha Ha. The man is with the leading bracket of horses, then Dash for Cash. Hosanna's not very far away, followed by Uga Chaka. Wider is Defier. Then Shogun Lodge on the inside from Hey Pronto, Weasel Will and Old Comrade. A length further back, Ebony Knight, a Mission, followed by El Marada, and then Shot of Thunder, Final Fantasy, and a mile back out of its ground, Crawl with Make Me a Miracle. They swing the first corner of the Doncaster, and Sunline leads the way. 3/4, Ha Ha, Huge Demand, Dash for Cash, the fence, then the man. Gordo, Defier, followed by Hosanna, then Uga Chaka, Shogun Lodge. Wonder Weasel Will around Hey Pronto, and then El Marada wider out. A gap to Ebony Knight, Old Comrade off the track, Shot of Thunder. Then Final Fantasy over on the rails, a Mission, Crawl second last, and the first reserve is last, Make Me a Miracle. 600 out, just under that in the Doncaster, coming to the corner, and Sunline, a length and a half, Ha Ha, 2.5 Dash for Cash, a length then to Huge Demand, Hosanna Gordo, then the man Defier, followed by Hey Pronto, and Shogun Lodge has gone up on the inside as they top the rise, and the leader is the great Sunline. She's a length on Ha Ha, Dash for Cash, Huge Demand. Childs extending his break on Sunline. Randwick has erupted. Here's Defier and Shogun Lodge. Sunline is still in front. Shogun Lodge trying to get her. Sunline is hanging on. Shogun Lodge lunged. Sunline or Shogun Lodge. This is very, very close. Defier third, and then El Marada followed by Hey Pronto, Dash for Cash, a Mission. Ugachaka, Hosanna followed by Gordo, and then came at the head of the others Ebony Knight. Further off in the field then was Weasel Will Make Me a Miracle, Huge Demand, Crawl Old Comrade. Ha Ha dropped out of it, followed by the Man Shot of Thunder, and Final Fantasy tailed right off, and this is a terrific finish. I don't know. Sunline and Shogun Lodge. And the free shot is a ground shot which indicates the inside, and she's won it. She's got there, Sunline. Number 1, Sunline, ridden by Greg Childs, has lasted to win the Doncaster Handicap. Glenn Boss on Shogun Lodge. I saw him stride past the post. He shot the arm up and he thought that he'd got the money, but the nose of Sunline's went down right on the line, and Sunline has taken it out. She's topped the $10 million and she's won her second Doncaster Handicap. 30 wins from 43 starts. Greg Childs for Trevor McKee, and she's paid in New South Wales $290 and $170. Number 2 is second. Shogun Lodge, written by Glenn Boss, has paid $3.
Well, I've got to tell you. Let's go to John Tapp.
Thanks, Graham. Trevor, congratulations. Win number 30, her second Doncaster. I've run out of superlative. Have you got any new ones?
No, I haven't, no. She's just very, very fantastic mare altogether. The best one that we've seen around.
Is that as big a thrill as she's given you? And I know that's a hell of a statement.
It is, definitely. It's right up there with the best of them. Yeah.
Shogun Lodge has been a mighty horse. In fact, he beat her on one other occasion here at Weight for Age.
That's right.
And gosh, he made it interesting.
He certainly did. And actually, just looking at it, they look very, very close.
Did you think she found the lead fairly easily,
She
Trevor?
did today, yeah. With the big weight, though, it's hard to try and call on all your resources, but she did a fantastic job.
There's talk of retirement soon.
Well, who wants to retire while she keeps going like that?
It's a good, I'm sure I wouldn't be. Trevor McKee, part owner and trainer of the best mare I've ever clapped eyes on, Graham, and can't she get the adrenaline pumping?
Oh, yeah, certainly, John. I've got to tell you, I have not heard the reaction of the crowd when her number went up ever on all the days I've been coming here to Randwick like that.
I saw Glenn Boss, the rider of
He
Shogun
thought he'd
Lodge.
won.
He stood up in the irons,
Yeah.
he put his hand up, he thought, I've won this, I've nailed her on the line.
Yeah.
She's just stuck her head out. I don't know where she's raised the energy from, but she stuck it out at the last minute and grabbed the prize. Can this day produce any more?
It's the finishes in each of the big races.
That finish in the Doncaster, the finish in the Derby, the finish in the Heroic,
Yeah.
the best sprinter in the Land Mystique winning the Galaxy. What more can this day produce? The
Well,
greatest day in racing perhaps I've ever seen.
It promised so much, they've delivered.
Certainly has.
Oh.
The track's raced magnificently
yeah.
and the sun's come out just to finish it off.
Yeah, they're fabulous course proper, back in action, and how. Let's go back to John.
Well, not since the days of Far Lap and Tommy Woodcock have we seen a racehorse strapper combination like Sunline and Claire Byrne. This little lady has become universally popular. She's been all over the world with her favourite horse, and you've had a few broken bones and a few cuts and scratches along the way too.
I have, and it's been a wonderful experience, and I love her so much.
Claire, there's been talk of the mare being retired. I just posed that question to Trevor McKee. He said not yet.
Not the way she's racing now. You can't retire her now. 3 starts this season for 3 Group 1s. Over 10 million now. You'd be silly to.
Have you learned to stay calm and keep composed, or do you still get wildly excited?
I still get wildly excited. The minute you get used to it, it's time to give up.
How's the temperament these days, Claire? Is she getting a little mellow with age?
A little bit, not much.
Okay, sweetie, you enjoy the moment. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
A little Kiwi girl who's been with Sunline from day one. Sunline's temperament is well documented. She can be nasty on occasions, and Claire has suffered several injuries, including a broken nose and some very nasty cuts and abrasions over the years, Shadow.
I have not seen reaction like this from a crowd I don't think I've ever seen it. This crowd is on its feet just cheering this champion mare back to scale, perhaps the last time they'll see her. And she's taken all before her, she's done it all. There's nothing left to do for her, Graham.
No, there's not. And this is it's occasions like this that make you feel so
lucky to be
in the business we're in.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't it?
Days like this you dream about.
Yeah. It's you know, when you have a champion, well, just champions just know how to do it, don't they? They just know where the line is, and
I don't know where she raised that energy from to stick that head out, because Shogun Lodge, he had it done. He was going to nail her on the line, and she got it from somewhere, as champions do.
Yeah.
Shades of the Melbourne Cup when Might and Power managed to raise a last effort to just head Doremus. Two great champions going to the line.
And the reaction and the emotion out here is really something to behold. It really is something to behold.
If you're not here today, I feel sorry for you, because you should have been.
And it's a day you won't forget for other reasons either.
No, exactly.
All right, they're getting set at Eagle Farm for the next. Let's take you to Alan Thomas.
Thank you, Graham. Let's just all get back on both feet on the ground here at Eagle Farm after watching one of the great Doncasters. And whilst we salute Sunline, a great mare that she is, and what a horse Shogun Lodge. He's always there. And the great mare just did him in today. What a day at Randwick today. Wish I was there. Now, this man should's about to come into the gate, so is Awesome Weather and Mr. Smug, and we'll have them ready to go in the Morton's Easter Cup. We're just waiting on the last 3 or 4 to move forward, and they'll be set and ready to go. Count Scenario is our top weight. Midnight Deal to come up with Mr. Smug. Now, Awesome Weather's been placed away. Here's Maltese Beauty. And Wild Toss is ready, so is Char Goal. Count Scenario. Hirschberg has the rails. Now, Maltese Beauty goes in. Midnight Deal now comes up. So too does This Man Should. And Char Gold about to complete the line here. And we're just about set and ready to run now. There's This Man Should, and he's the last. And they're set to go. Stand by for a start in the Easter Cup. Starting signal has been given. The lights go on. They're all set and away they go. All Commendable missed it, came out second last, now trying to go through the field and got in a little bit of trouble there with Midnight Deal, and Maltese Beauty was the first to go straight out of the pack and went to the front. This Man Should goes to second, Awesome Weather third, followed by Count Scenario. Now Commendable finds herself a little bit deep to the turn out of the straight around Almighty Alliance. Hirschberg is back on the rails, another length further back to Midnight Deal on the outside of Take Strike. Hurry's on the fence. A couple to Yuppie from Mr. Smug and Char Gold, and Wild Toss out the back last. Heading down the back they go, plenty of speed on. Maltese Beauty at the 1500, led by 2. This Man Should second, 4 to Awesome Weather. On the fence, 4th Count Scenario, and 2.5 Commendable Racing 5th now. Another 2 to Hirschberg on the inside of Almighty Alliance. A length and 3/4 Midnight Deal ahead, Hurry on the rail. 1.5 to Take Strike, 1 to Yuppie, 1/2 to Mr. Smug, and 2.5 together last. Wild Toss on the outside of Char Gold. This pace is an absolute corker at the top corner at the 1,000. Maltese Beauty by 4 to This Man Should. 7 lengths away, Count Scenario. Awesome Weather is next on the outside as they start to run down the side. 3 Commendable, 5 Almighty Alliance ahead, Hirschberg the fence. 2 to Hurry from Midnight Deal, Take Strike, and then Yuppie, Mr. Smug, Wild Toss and Char Goal. Let's drop the Zeus 1050s at the 700. 15 lengths between first and last, where Maltese Beauty came over the crossing with a big break. 6 to This Man Should. 5 Count Scenario. Awesome Weather's next on the outside. 3 Commendable. Further back, Midnight Deal. Gee, you wouldn't think anything further back can win. The leader will have to stop. In the straight to the 400, Maltese Beauty. 3 This Man Should. Awesome Weather's coming on the outside from Commendable. Hirschberg. Count Scenario. Hurry. And here's Yuppie and Take Strike. Maltese Beauty collared by Awesome Weather. Hirschberg got the split. Commendable. Take Strike and Yuppie. It's Take Strike Strike on the outside, and Yuppie going to Hirschberg. Hurry, hurry, Commendable. Yuppie took the lead from Take Strike close to home. Yuppie's in front, and Yuppie beat Take Strike. Third, probably Commendable, just in front of either Hurry, Hurry or Hirschberg. The next time, Awesome Weather, followed by Maltese Beauty. Then came Midnight Deal, Almighty Alliance, Count Scenario, followed by Wild Toss. This Man Should, Char Golden, Last Home, Mr. Smug, and a real thriller in the Easter Cup. Number 6, Yuppie's the winner, Starthy Katsidis. 12.53.30. 14 Take Strike, $14.60 for the place. And I think Commendable might just get third out wide, but we'll wait for the number. 10, yes, 10 is third. 10 third, that's Commendable, and 2's run fourth, Hirschberg. So the numbers were 6, 14, 10 and 2. 6, 14, 10 and 2 were the numbers. With number 6, Yuppie, ridden by Starthy Katsidis, getting home. You have the numbers 6, 14, 10, 2. Their official race, 6 Eagle Farm.
Rightio, Graham. Last on the card here at Caulfield. It's been sensational watching the coverage from Randwick, with an outstanding prospect winning the Derby and an out-and-out champion getting home in the Doncaster. It's been great stuff. Moving in well for the last. Here's Lady Wild going up. Dennis Liu stood up okay. Princessa, the favourite, drawn the inside. She's been a drifter on track, Princessa. Red Vista's very solid as the second elect, and then Limerick Lady. There was support for Lady Wild, but she's drifted out again. Caulfield again on Monday. Victoria Handicap Day, and the first at 12.35. We need about 4 to move in, and we'll have them ready for the Lobster Cave Plate. Quaddy today, $727.50 on 1261, and the Super Tab Daily Double 2 and 1 paid $28 on races 5 and 7. Yaramis and Saddle Delight to move in. Best Offer has joined them near the outside. Yaramis to take the outside gate, and they'll be right to go. Now Saddle Delight is set. So the last one coming in now. Nearly ready. Favourite Princessa, drawn the inside. $2.70 on Super Tap. Lights on. Set to go for the last. Racing, and Princessa jumped well. Dennis Liu a touch slow to move down in gate number 2. Yaramis away very fast, and also Limerick Lady got out of the stalls quickly with Red Vista just on their outside. Settling fully into stride now, and Princessa along the rails. Limerick Lady and Yaramis making a line of 3. They're out by a length to Red Vista, and they're followed then by Suave Princess. Just behind those horses then is Dennis Liu, who's pushing up on the inside of Lady Wild, and then Saddle Delight well back in company with Callandoon and Best Offer. Princessa before the turn by neck to Limerick Lady. Yaramis 3 wide. 2 lengths to Red Vista. Dennis Liu and the orange colours down on the rail. Suave Princess round the outside. And then came Wild Lady as they corner. And next Saddle Delight Best Offer into the straight, and Princessa out in front of Limerick Lady and Yaramis. Then came Wild Lady making some ground along the inside, and they're followed by Red Vista. Princessa in front. Yaramis with 100 to go, trying to reach it. Princessa about 3/4 in front of Yaramis. Princessa under the whip. She's holding on, and Princessa wins the last by a length to Yaramis. Photo third. Best Offer out very wide's run on well, and Lady Wild on the inside. And then came further back Suave Princess, Callandoon, Red Vista. Limerick Lady weakened again, and then a long break to Saddle Delight back towards the tail, and Dennis Liu last in. Favourite wins the last. 6 Princessa. First start for Greg Urell, ridden by Peter Mertens. Railed through to go to the lead soon after the start, and then found plenty as Yaramis was throwing out her challenge in the straight. But Princessa's got home number 6 to pay $2.70 for the win and $1.70 for the place. Second will go to 7, Yaramis, ridden by Reese Wheeler, and Best Offer's got up for third. $3.10 for second and $6.40 the place dividend for Best Offer. 6, 7 and 8 in the final event, and they've run 1 minute 3.40. 1 minute 3.40. Formerly trained by Tony McAvoy. First start for Greg Urell. She'd gone well in a recent trial. First up since September, and she's kept her good fresh up record intact, but a good solid win. She'll make some improvement from that, no doubt. and always been a good prospect, this mare. She's only had a few starts, 5 of them in fact, now for 2 victories and also 2 minor placings. Yaramis, a little bit suspect at the end of the 1200 or the 1100 metres. She stuck to her guns pretty well to get second, and Best Offer was the eye catcher outside of those two, making plenty of ground. Limerick Lady struggling for a form. She showed up before dropping out. Lady Wild came from midfield. She's run officially 4th, number 1, and 5th aim was number 12, Suave Princess. 6, 7 and 8. Divvies are through now. Princess has paid $270 the win, $170 the place. Yaramis $310 and Best Offer paid $640. Quinella paid $27.50. The Exacta $35.30. The running double $16.60 on 1 and 6, and the trifecta is yet to come. A length and a quarter by a length and a half, and 1:3.40 was the time. And just the trifecta to come through. We'll have that one for you shortly, and Correct Weight will sew up all details from the heat this afternoon. Hope you managed to find a winner. Look forward to your company when we race here again on Monday.
Good on you, Greg. Thank you. Yes, we'll look forward to that too. So there you have it, the favourite getting home in the last. Race 8 at Caulfield, 6 from 7 and 8. Well, Oakbank, the Von Duser. Let's have a look at what's happening there. As you know, all races will put back one race when the power went out on course.
I think the punters will enjoy watching this race. It's a time-honoured event, the Von Duser Steeple, over 3250 metres, and you're going to see this is real horse racing, if I can say that, because you need a really tough individual to win a Von Duser. Maybe rough at $10, $6 about Jal. He's a tough customer too. Nautilism $2. Boy, that's short in a 3250 metre race with all those steeples. 15 about Turkey Lane, and Our Profiler $7.70. Fiddler's Green, of course, a blowout there at $73. Dobroyd at $50, and all the others at big odds, down to possibly Belata at $11 there.
I think it's Nautilism on screen there now.
Yes, I think it might be. Nautilism there, he's the top pick at $2. Same colours as Pillaging, of course, and Naturalism. There he goes out in the course. What a day it'd be for those connections. If you could win the Von Duser and the Heroic at Randwick. Two extremes, one a dash for 2-year-olds, the other one a grind for older hurdlers. Jal there, he's a tough customer, $5.90, Our Profiler $7.70, and all the rest into double figures.
Last race here at Randwick is coming up at 20 past 5 in about...
Here they are at Oakbank. They're showing the horses the first jump. This is customary in steeple chasing. They start at the 3250 mark there, just out of the home trape, and they take it's quite a complicated course actually. And you can see the arrows in the direction that they run, and the last corner is very tight, particularly the corner out of the straight is a very tight corner. Has been accidents there in the past. So the horses not only have to be agile on their feet, but they have to be able to jump many, many hurdles, or steeples in fact, which are bigger than hurdles, and they have to be very, very dour and have great stamina. So it's a real test of horsemen and horses.
And then of course on Monday you've got, is it the Great Eastern Steep?
Which is even tougher.
Which is 4,000. I don't know, what is it?
It's 4,000 odd metres, if you can believe. It's a tougher race than this. This is for the toughest horses in the country.
All right, Randwick's in 14, Empire 3, 2 Bacada, 1 4 Arlington Road, 1 Red Hannigan. Here's the tote call for you. Red Hannigan at 10s, Bacada 390, Empire 440, 10s about Arlington Road, Jai's Jump 14, Magic Cat at big odds, as is on a high, Gab Fest 17. Bosworth 620, and long odds for Academe, I Rock My World, Reinhardt's Mississippi River, and Palais. Runners are in the mounting yard too for the South Pacific Classic, 1,400 metres to wind up this sensational day's racing. And we hope to have Greg Charles in just a few moments' time with John Tapp. But runners are coming into the mounting yard, and at Oakbank, they're at the barrier stalls for the Von Duser Steeple.